So I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently today. Savannah is not with us. Unfortunately, we got in a huge altercation. No, I'm just kidding. She's having some technical difficulties and she will definitely be back next week, but the show must go on.
Welcome back. We're your host, Savannah.
And Kaylin. Hi, guys. Welcome back. I'm your solo host today, and we are going to be talking about some baby daddy drama. So, first things first, so sorry if I keep looking at myself. I'm not used to staring at the camera the whole time. So, if the eye contact is intense, I'm sorry. All right. So, today, things are going to be extremely different than our normal podcast, okay? I'm going to be sharing my personal baby daddy drama story, and then I have a couple of Reddits that I'm going to be sharing as well. So, stay tuned and I hope you like it. I'm going to try my best. It feels really weird being here without Savannah, but we're going to make it work, okay? So, where do I even start? Okay, let me take a sip of my drink before I get started. Bear with me, it's been an extremely long week. I am literally brain dead. Um, so this might be all over the place. Thanks. All right. So, first thing, a little bit of a backstory. I met my baby daddy when I was in high school. Um, we had a lot of mutual friends. We weren't like super close or anything. Well, fast forward, I graduated at 16, okay? Fast forward, I'm 20 years old and I just moved back to my hometown because I had moved away for a couple of years and I was in a extremely toxic relationship. It was very traumatizing. Um, so I moved back home, okay? It had been 2 years since I did the deed, okay? About to get a little personal here, up close and personal. Okay, so it had been 2 years. So I get to my hometown and I'm just like, "Listen, something needs to happen or I'm gonna go literally insane." So I hit up baby daddy, boom, boom. Okay. I remembered him from high school. I was like, okay, he ain't the cutest, but he's funny and probably a easy, what's up, how you been? Let's hang out type of deal. So we rekindle through the Instagram. I slid in those DMs. We had already been talking a little bit, but I'm the one that made the first move, okay? So he came over to hang out. I drank a couple, I want to say Four Locos, but y'all are gonna judge me. Um, let's just say Mike Hard lemonades, just so I'm not judged too much, okay? Drink a couple of those. We did the deed. Things happen. I'm not gonna go into detail, okay? I got family that watches this, and if you are family, I'm sorry if this is TMI. I'm gonna skip the all the details. Okay. Well, not all the details. So, did the deed. Then he went home. Now, let me give you the backstory he gave me, okay? He said he was single and that he just got out of a 4-year relationship and he was talking to a few people, but was not in anything serious. He just wanted to stay single for a while. Sounded perfect to me. I was not looking for anything. I just got out of a very toxic relationship and wanted to stay single too. I was just trying to have a little bit of fun, okay? So, this me thinking he's single, he goes home. Like a couple weeks later, he comes back over, stays the night. Things happen again. Okay. This is right before Halloween, if I'm remembering correctly. This was 4 years ago, so it's all over the place. Um, we see each other like maybe once or twice more, but nothing else happens. And then A week goes by, 2 weeks maybe that I haven't seen him. And granted, I still think he's single and living like an hour from me and working a full-time job, but we still talked all day, every day in this time frame, okay? On the phone mainly and through text message. So my thought process was if he's not, like he must be because he doesn't have all that time. You know what I mean? So it comes the day I'm supposed to get my period. And I'm like, oh, by the way, we did use protection and the protection broke because someone didn't know how to put it on the right way. And that someone was not me. So just know it's not always 100%. When they say that, they really mean it. So I'm like, all right, probably not, but I'm just going to get a test just in case because who knows? Maybe I am. And I want to be prepared, right? So I take the test and it's the day I'm supposed to get my period. And I'm like, la di da, about to get in the shower, not really paying attention, really don't think that I am. And then I look and I am like bright red lines, bro. So at the time, I lived with my best friend. She was downstairs cooking it up in the kitchen like she'd do. And I called her having a fucking panic attack, like literally crying. And I was just like, please come upstairs right now. And I couldn't fucking breathe. Like literally, I was hyperventilating. So she comes upstairs and she opens the bathroom door and she's like, what the fuck is going on? And I just hold up the test. And her immediate reaction is, oh, we're gonna have a chocolate drop. Meanwhile, I'm over here freaking out. I don't know how to feel. I don't know what the fuck to do, okay? But one thing I knew from the moment I found out is this is going to happen and this is something that I want as crazy as I might be. I've always been very much pro-choice. Um, you know, for like a split second, maybe that option crossed my mind like a week later. um, but from the moment that I found out, I knew like this is happening. So I told him like immediately, called my mom immediately. He seemed happy. He was supportive. This is something that he wanted for a long time. So I was like, okay, we might not be together, but sorry, we can make it work. And we don't have to stay together, but we can do this parent thing together. I was the Lulu bitch. So, no, 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 no. Go to the doctor, find out that I'm 6 weeks, right? So that was kind of shocking to me because I had no idea. So then, sorry, this is taking literally fucking forever. I'm trying to wrap my brain about what order to tell this in. This is probably gonna be like the worst episode. I'm so sorry. Um, okay, so then I oh, so he wouldn't go to any appointments with me. Okay. I've been to like two at this point. It's Thanksgiving. No, no, no. A couple weeks before Thanksgiving at this point. So we're in November. Okay. And he wants to talk in person. He's been ignoring me, by the way. Wants to talk in person. So I go to talk to him. And this is what this man tells me to my face, okay? He says, I got back with my ex. We're trying to have a kid. And I want to have a baby with her and not you. So you need to get an abortion. At this point, I'm 12 weeks or more. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? That's not happening. And he's like, well, it has to. You're not going to trap me. And I'm like, well, you helped make this kid and you've been supportive up until this point. So, with or without you, it's happening. So, he gets crazy, texts me constantly, threatens me, says, don't come near my family. I make the announcement on Facebook, and his sister went to our high school as well and was friends with me. And I believe had a crush on me. Okay. Not relevant, but had to throw that in there. Um, She messaged me and says, "Congratulations," because she sees my Facebook post. And I had to tell her because how fucked up would it be if I didn't and then she found out later and here I am supposed to be her friend and not close friend, by the way. Like, we were friends in high school, I haven't talked since high school type friend. Wouldn't be sleeping with none of my friends' brothers. Definitely not. Um, so I tell her, and Brandy, my bestie that was on here, was actually best friends with her at the time, and so I told her too. And she was happy, she was excited, she was supportive. She was like, "I don't know why my brother's acting this way." So the whole pregnancy, I was in touch with her and I was in contact with Brandy. Okay. I almost slipped up and said my baby daddy's name. He was not in contact with me at all until Thanksgiving. He messages me and he says, "Oh, just so you know, you gave me and my baby mama," oh, because by the way, she got pregnant a month after me. So his second baby mama, "You gave us gonorrhea." So I go to the hospital on Thanksgiving, pregnant, and the doctor says, "Well, if you have it, it had to have been before you got pregnant because you can't have it if you're pregnant. It goes in the fallopian tubes and your fallopian tubes are now closed." So I'm like, "Well, if that's the case, I've had it for 2 years because it's been that long." And he's like, "Yeah, you definitely don't, but let's check you just to make sure so you can get that comfort." So he checks me. Of course, I don't have nothing. Um So that means there was more women involved, which doesn't surprise me at all. Um, so at this point, I don't know who the baby mama is. So I haven't been able to reach out to her or find her or talk to her. I know she doesn't know about me. I mean, I would think, you know. Um, then finally, she makes a post and tags him. And of course, I was snooping. Of course. I was snooping on his page because he wasn't fucking messaging me and he had me blocked and shit. So I messaged her. And at this point, I was probably 3 months pregnant, and I said something along the lines of, and I wish I had the receipt so I could read this shit to y'all because I have them somewhere. I tried to save them for, like, court purposes if I needed to, but anyways, I message her and I say, "I'm telling you this because it's only right and it's only fair, and I believe you should know." And I let her know. I sent her about 30 screenshots of our messages as proof, and, she knew I had no idea about her, she knew that he had been lying. Come to find out, they never broke up, they got engaged in this time period, and she had no fucking idea. How such a little man could have so much riz, apparently, for this to happen, it just I'm bamboozled, okay? So, we get to talking, she's like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna be with him if he doesn't wanna be in your kid's life. I can't be with any man that's like that, yada, yada." And she says, "I'm gonna make him message you." And I'm like, "Okay, like, not why I messaged you, but whatever. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy." So he messages me and he's like, "Why the fuck would you message her? You're a fucking liar. I want nothing to do with you. You're doing this because you're obsessed with me and you want to be with me. You're not even pregnant." Da, 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 da. And he tells her that I'm using an app to make all of those text messages 30. Like, I really got the time or energy or patience to sit here and make 30 screenshots so I can go ruin his relationship and win him over. Yeah. Moment of silence for his stupid ass. He's not dead, but anyways. So, with that being said, She was pissed. She was going off on me. She was calling me the C word. I can't say that on here. She was saying I should have took a plan B. Um, all types of shit. Sounding like so dumb. Come to find out, she ended up having to press charges on him because he strangled her, and they've gotten in multiple physical altercations. She now has a fatherless child as well. Two, actually. Not sure if they're both his. Like, the audacity, bro. The fucking audacity. So, yeah, with that being said, I have not spoken with him since I was pregnant. Well, that's actually a lie. He did reach out to me via Facebook Messenger 2 years later, 2 years after I gave birth. My daughter was two at the time. So, more than 2 years, 2 years and some months. Okay. And all he said was, "You don't have to accept this, but I'm sorry." And I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And he said, "What can I do to make things right?" And I said, "You can start by sending me some money." And he said, "Wow, you're being so fucking childish." And then he blew up my phone, my messenger, because his number was blocked. And yeah, that was it for that. He got told off and blocked again, and I have not spoken to him since. It's been 2 years since then. I do have an open child support case, but they told me, "Oh, we don't know where he's at, so we can't help you." And honestly, I don't really care. I don't want anything to do with him. I don't want him allowed visitation for my daughter. I don't want him involved at all. And my life has been way easier not having him here. And I know 30% of his income is not going to fucking help me anyways because he literally works at Walmart and doesn't really have money and has multiple kids and probably is on child support by two other women. So, yeah. um, that's my crazy fucking baby daddy story, baby daddy drama. With that being said, I tell her to talk shit about the situation. I don't say it because I want him. I don't say it because I wish he'd change. I don't say it because I wish he'd come around. I'm sharing my experience so other women that are possibly going through the same thing can feel validated. People are going to judge you. People are going to say, push for child support. People are going to say, you need to make him be a father. He created that child. Why? Why am I going to force someone in my child's life that's not going to stay in her life, that's going to be in and out? And, I've already had to have a conversation with her about it because she already asked because she's so fucking smart. And I just put it in the terms of you had a daddy when you were a baby. He wasn't ready to be a daddy. And every family is different. And I explained that some families have two mommies, some families have two daddies, some families have a mommy and daddy, some families only have a mommy, some families only have a daddy, some families don't have either. And that's perfectly okay and normal. And it's okay to want that, and it's okay to miss that or feel like you're missing something. But then I just reminded her of everyone that she has in her life that loves and cares about her and is here for her every day. And that's all that I can do. Be honest with her without being too without giving too much detail because I don't ever want to lie to her, but I also don't want to make her feel unwanted or like she did something wrong. That's really the hardest part of all of this. Like I don't want her to one day grow up and look for him and resent me like I kept him away, when in reality, he stayed away and I let him. At the end of the day, she can think whatever she wants about me, but I just don't want her to get hurt. So hopefully it's a long, long time before that happens, but unfortunately, I don't think it will be. Um, if you've been through this, if you have advice, please comment it. And hopefully this can help someone that's going through it because I know it is one of the hardest things to fucking do ever. Um, but yeah, hopefully you liked my tea. Um, Now let's get into some Reddit stories of other people's drama. Okay. So this one is titled In Love with Her, but she has a massive baby daddy issue. So technically, I, 42 male, can't call B my girlfriend, but for all intents and purposes, she's 32 female, and she is my girlfriend. We've dabbled in dating for some time. She has 3 kids and a very abusive and controlling baby daddy. Like, the guy went to jail for hitting her. We were about to be serious a couple of years ago, and he worked his way back into her good graces and got her back. Now they've been broken up for a while, and in December, she basically told me that she was choosing me. Her kids love me, and I love them. I accept her for all of her baggage and for her crazy life. In short, we're sort of together, just not on paper. R owns her lease, and he comes and goes as he pleases. I live about 100 miles away, so it's not like I'm there actively every day, but I find time to see them as often as I can. She's looking for a new place to live, says she hates him and wants nothing to do with him. And if I elaborated on the litany of things he's done to her, you'd agree. But she keeps up somewhat of a facade so as to appease him and his ego. Sorry, I can't read today. Um, we've done a lot together of late, and I'm so looking forward to formally being with her. We did the I love you so much insert name charade on Valentine's Day on Facebook and all. They all fit into my life and I into theirs. She's told me on numerous occasions that no man has ever treated her the way that I have. Her aunt, who's basically her mother figure, told her to dump R out of her life as much as she can, having kids with him, and to marry me. And to let her know because wait, and to let her know because she wants to be there when I propose, because she can see that the love between us is real. I guess I kind of knew she was stringing her baby daddy along in a way, and I quietly turned my head because I love her, and yes, it was benefiting me. But she also knew that if she came out as dating another man, he'd throw her out of the house, which he has the authority to do since he owns the lease. He lives with his mom, and he'd take the kids since at that point he could have a place to live and she wouldn't. So why can't he live with her? Or why can't she live with him? I mean, certainly she could come live with me and I'd take her in, but not at the expense of losing her children. It's a bad situation. If anything, he trapped her with their kids. Not to mention that her personal safety could potentially be at stake. He's a sociopath, but also one of these guys that doesn't even have to seemingly try. Things just sort of all fall into place for him. He owns the lease, could throw her out, take the kids, etc. It all just works out for him. Late last week, he went through her phone when she wasn't looking, saw the text conversation we had, and accused her of cheating. She said he cried, because he, who's beaten, abused, and cheated on her many times, is the victim. That's how people like that win. They're always the victim. Amen to that. Narcissist right there. I'm not sure what their conversations are or their setup, but you can't cheat on someone you're not with. And she's very clear that she's not with him on paper. He's either delusional or she's led him to believe that in the future they'll formally be together again, so she's having to smooth that over, whatever that means. One thing she told me is that she always put him and his interests first, and that cost her a lot in her relationships with her friends. I guess from standpoint, the scary thing is that she's having to now once again put him first, and by extension, I'm having to put my life on hold to appease his ego. It sucks. Any advice or ideas would be appreciated, and yes, I recognize that many will say walk away. I can't do that. I'm desperately in love with her. I'm not worried at all that he'll come after me. Let him try. I just hate to lose them because he uses just about everything to his advantage. Maybe she fibbed and or led him on, but the fact is that he deserved it, and I'd never give her a reason to do that to me. I don't want to fall out of I don't want to fall out of her life by default, but I certainly don't want to be put in danger either. But his rules seem to be my house, my rules, and wherever he goes is his house by virtue of the fact that he's there. I've suffered a lot of heartbreak in my life and I've always sustained. This one would be a lot worse because I knew she was the one 10 minutes after I met her. That's so sad. Someone said she would be stuck under his thumb as long as she continues to allow it. She needs to get independence from him for her living situation and set up boundaries. He pays his child support, gets his visited, but she's allowing him to dictate her life. Maybe she likes the drama. Some people are in denial about literally being a magnet to drama. So it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, maybe this guy is she's using him. Maybe she's just using him for money or as a backup plan. I don't know. I mean, I know abusive relationships can be hard to leave, but There's no way that he can take her kids just by her moving out of his house. She's the mom, and unfortunately, even when moms are wrong, they normally win the custody. Not trying to judge here. But I'm judging a little bit. This one is, am I the asshole for not letting my baby daddy's fiance name our baby? Like what? My baby daddy Jasper, 25 male, and I, 27 female, had a oh, okay, let me start over. My baby daddy Jasper, 25 male, and I, 27 female, had a one night stand. I'm currently 24 weeks pregnant. There was no cheating, but that's not important for the story. Jasper's fiance, Maddie, 23 female, lost their first child a year ago. I can't imagine going through child loss, and I've been trying to be accommodating to her, but I've set a few rules. By the way, sidetrack, a little fact I forgot from my story is my baby daddy's fiance, they had been trying apparently for that whole 4 years, and she had like 5 or 6 miscarriages. So not only did he cheat on her, he went and got someone else pregnant as they were trying, and she kept losing babies. So that don't say enough about his character. Anyways, so here's her rules that she set up. Okay, she can't treat me as a surrogate because I'm not. This is Jasper and I's kid. She'll be the stepmom, not the adoptive mom. She can't be in the delivering room. I'm only allowed to have 2 people there, and I chose to have Jasper and my mom. She argued and she really tried to push it. She wanted me to have her and Jasper. I said no. She wanted me to have her and my mom then, and I said no. I was clear that even if Jasper wasn't in the room with me, she wouldn't be allowed either way because I'm not comfortable. She can't take big decisions for our kid on her own. She can suggest and she can ask, but she can't take them unless it's an emergency. Aside from that, we're all aware that this situation is not common and we will have to learn along the way. A few days ago, we went out to have dinner and Jasper asked if I had given any thought into our kid's name. I said yes and gave him a list. I told them they can add some names to it and then we three could discuss them and choose one. Maddie told me she wanted to give them her dad's name as a middle name since it was special to her. I'll be honest, I don't like the idea because a family name and her father's one seems very personal. Also, I didn't like that she behaved like the decision was set since that's not her deal. Jasper didn't seem fond of the idea either, so I told her that. While we consider it, I think about it. I wasn't sure. Maddie got quite pissy and said that it wasn't fair that she wasn't allowed to have any say without passing it through the mom police because this was her child too. She can't be in the delivery room, she won't give birth to them or have any legal rights, and the least I could do is let her have the middle name. Jasper tried to argue with her, but Maddie refused, took her things and left us there. We stayed back for a while and he apologized for her before taking me back to my house. My mom says that she understands Maddie's point of view. I'm having a child with her man after losing her own baby, and she's not allowed to do anything without me or Jasper saying yes first, and that maybe I should let her have it since middle names doesn't matter anymore, anyways. I still don't entertain the idea, but I want to ask anyway. I'll be happy to give more info if someone needs it. For some clarification, we had a threesome and I got pregnant. Ooh, that changes things a lot. Messy. That was very relevant to the story. Why didn't she start with that? I That's a really weird situation because it's like I understand both points of views, and that threesome thing just threw me for a loop. I mean, it is not her child. She was clear about that from the beginning. So, I don't know. What would you guys do? That's cray cray. What happened? I'm all alone. In love with her, but she has oh wait, that's the one I already did. What? What is going on? Okay, sorry, I had some technical difficulties there. So, this is the last baby daddy drama story, and then I'm gonna head into these baby mamas, okay? So, girlfriend's crazy ex baby daddy drama. No one else is going through this, right? I, 28 male, have a great relationship with my 26-year-old female girlfriend, and I have a child on the way. And we have a child on the way. We've known each other since high school and got back in touch after she had a very toxic relationship with a 34-year-old male with whom she had a child with. He has been the only source of drama and argument between us. Since the moment he found out about our relationship, I've had property vandalized and threats that lead to a restraining order. She does not want to go down the legal path because she wants to have a decent co parenting relationship with him for their child. We are the main care providers for their child as he has not spent a cent on his daughter since we've been together. He's allowed to see the child whenever he pleases, averages about twice a month. The communication has been awful and through multiple platforms. He will spam the middle finger emojis to her, and when she asks how their child is doing during visits, he responds with the same middle finger emoji. He will talk trash about me and then threaten violence, which she then shares with me. When court is brought up for his behavior, he will apologize, create excuses, and then say how he's changed and how they should be together again. It's either harassment or overstepping his boundaries. This is all happening while he is also in a relationship with another woman. His girlfriend has caught him a couple times saying things like this, which leads him to backpedaling and going back to harassing my girlfriend. It's been the same cycle from the start. Any ideas? We're about to break all forms of contact and push him to use Talking Parents app as the only form of communication to keep him accountable for his words. Not sure he is going to agree with it since he still won't even let her have her clothes back. Yeah, definitely kick his ass to the curb. If he doesn't want to be there, then don't force him. You're literally going to be better off without him harassing you. Gotta cut that contact. Okay, so this is now we're gonna move on to the crazy baby mamas, okay? All right. Baby mama drama trauma. Baby mama drama trauma. Okay. One of my customers just had his worst day ever, and it wasn't because of the store or my customer service, but because his baby mama had tried to run him over in the parking lot. There had been some yelling out there, but it's a gas station. People yell at each other, sometimes for good reasons, sometimes bad ones. So there had been some yelling, and in stumbles a young man demanding, "Did you see that? Did you see that? Check the cameras. Am I bleeding?" This got the manager's attention, thank God, and she came out in response to his demand to see the cameras, thinking at first that he'd just been in a fight because those happen at gas stations too, and he couldn't seem to verbally be able to describe what happened to him. Well, the playback video had caught it all. They had been parked they had been parked by the dumpster, presumably to throw some trash out, when dude steps out of the passenger side of the car and goes to the trunk. When baby mama guns it and heads for the street. If there hadn't been traffic, she would have taken off but had to stop in the driveway. Dude catches up with her and jumps in front of the car, like he's going to stop her with his bare hands. Well, that didn't work, as she charged at him and sent him leaping into the hood to escape, getting rolled under her bumper. She accelerated and executed a sharp right that threw dude off the hood and smack onto the street. His head hit the asphalt so hard it rang his bell and that is why he had trouble speaking and had asked if he was bleeding. Plus, he had gotten some road rash for good measure. After all of this, he didn't want to call the cops. He didn't want her to get in trouble. Dude said he just wanted the video footage to show her parents since she had a nasty habit of always making him look like the bad guy. As the adrenaline and stress of nearly getting killed really started to hit him, dude grabbed my hands and nearly cried. He wasn't a bad dude, he swore. He was trying to be there for her and be a good father. Why did she try to vehicular manslaughter him? Stuff like that puts a strain on the relationship, you know? So while he was crushing my rings and my fingers and fighting back the tears, I tried to reassure him that he was indeed a good dude who was doing his best, and maybe he should at least consider a restraining order. It ended with his brother coming to pick him up and take care of him because, for all my good intentions, baby mama trauma counselor really isn't part of my job description. Yeah. Don't get paid enough for that shit. These baby mamas be crazy out here. Like, I am not a hateful baby mama. Like, he is lucky that I'm not because I could be so petty. I could make his life living hell. Literally. But for what? That doesn't deserve my time. He doesn't deserve my energy. And damn sure don't want nothing affecting my daughter's life. So fuck that. This is I'm tired of my brother's baby mama drama rant. Let me get a sip of my drink real quick. You bitch is dying of thirst. Okay. Hello. I'm child free. I've been having a very stressful day. It started about 3 days ago when the police unexpectedly showed up to our house. The front door was open because my sister went to go feed our dog in the backyard. So in comes the police saying that they have to do a walkthrough because they received a call about domestic dispute. We told them that nothing was going on and that they were welcome to come in and look. After they left, my sister started receiving text messages and phone calls from my brother's ex-girlfriend. She called my sister some very vulgar names, and that made me angry because she's only 16 and she doesn't need this drama. On top of that, she's been saying she's going to keep calling the police on us and keep making false reports. She also kept saying how she's going to come to our house and fight my sister and me. Now, when they were together, I barely even knew her name, and I tried to stay out of my brother's relationship because I felt like it was none of my business. Now she has made it personal. Yeah, she has. Over the course of 3 days, she has called Child Protective Services on my brother. She's been calling and texting my sister, my mother, and I nonstop since 8 a.m. this morning. I'm so angry, frustrated, and scared. I would beat her ass. I'm moving in 10 days so I can finish my degree at PSU and I don't need this shit. I'm sorry if this doesn't belong here. I just really needed to vent about and this subreddit has helped me through a lot. Update edit. My mother and I decided to go to the sheriff's office this morning to file a report about her harassing us, and we showed them the text messages that she sent my sister and I. They asked a few questions about her, and I gave them the address of where she worked because I don't have a residential address for her. They said that they would try their best to help us, and the situation is currently being investigated. The sheriff also said that we can go to the courthouse to file a restraining order, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. Yeah, she sounds like she's mad that she's not getting what she wants, so she's being petty and making your life living hell. And I know a few people like that that just like to do petty shit because it's fun. Just for that. Just because they're bored and have nothing better to do. Okay, last one. Just some baby mama drama. 22 male and 21 female. Their daughter is 6 months old. So this is from the male's point of view, by the way. Um, so he says, I'm not ready to be a parent and my baby mama won't let me leave her. My on off again girlfriend and I have been having a lot of issues lately. We've been together for 3 years and 2 months and had some breaks during that time. We were both broken up for about 4 months when she was pregnant, but we got back together. Every few months we will have a fight, and it seems like every few months we will have a fight, it seems like, and ends up. Hold on. Every few months we will have a fight, it seems like. And we, oh my God. Every few months we will have a fight, it seems like. And we end up broken up for like a week. I do love her, but sometimes it's hard for me. I don't feel like I am mature enough at this point to be a parent or serious partner to her and have tried to break it off a lot. Each time she has either made me feel guilty or concerned and we've gotten back together. There are some complications in our relationship. I'm away from my family at school and I only see them about a month per year. They are very conservative and don't know about my daughter or my girlfriend. Whoa. That is a major problem. It's fucked up and it's been a source of contention. The plan is to eventually get away from them and their support, tuition payments, and then bring it out. I work about 20 hours a week and close to half of that goes to my girlfriend for a daughter, but it's not enough really. Mostly she supports our daughter with her parents. Hopefully come next year when I'm working, I'll be able to do more for her. So there is that. Just thought I should put it out there. I try to be an involved dad and I do my fair share, I think, with our baby, but she is more involved, obviously, as the mother. What is that supposed to mean? Obviously. Like, that should not be an obvious thing. You should both equally be involved. What else for background? We disagreed on what to do when we found out we were pregnant, thus the breakup during her pregnancy. I really wanted an abortion, and I still think it would have been the better decision. And this kid's 6 months. That's so sad. When we broke up, I dated someone else for a bit, which is another one of our constant fights. She thinks I cheated and really fucking hates that person and doesn't trust me because of that. Yeah, you don't get someone pregnant and then tell them you don't want to keep the baby and then break up with them and then immediately date someone else and then immediately get back with them. I might have her post here, maybe to give her side, since I don't know if I'm doing her justice. We both are on Reddit, so she probably will see this as a throwaway just because I don't want my relationship drama on my main account. Wait. Oh. I really feel like we would be better off taking some time apart and being single. I really don't think I'm ready to be a parent or like a husband or anything like that. I think she is more ready for that, and since we don't see eye to eye, we should split. Even talking of breakups sparks huge fights. I do love her and I love our daughter, so it's tough for me too. I've tried and I don't think I can do it. The last time I tried to break up with her was about 6 weeks ago. Her dad and sister came to talk to me and they sort of guilted me into staying by saying how much she needed me. So I stayed, but my heart wasn't in it. There was no one else and I'm not cheating on her. I don't know what to do. Do I keep trying or do I leave her and hurt her? Definitely should leave if he doesn't love her or isn't in love with her anymore. Like, you can still be a co-parent and not be with someone. On the positives of our relationship, I think we get one another, and she is seriously my best friend. What? What? I know I can count on her to be there for me, and she has put up with so much of my shit. I don't think most girls would have. We have a great sex life, and we're on the same page in terms of interest, at least short term. We like the same stuff and have the same personality. We don't really see eye to eye on where we want to be in a few years, which is our issue. I think I want to live a little, and she wants to settle down. She has no choice. She has a fucking baby, bro. I don't know where to go or what to do with us. Yeah, so sounds like he said, he's not ready to be a parent, but at the same time, you gotta make a choice, bro. Like, you either gotta stay or leave. You can't be in and out. You have that choice. Does it make you a bad person if you're not there for that kid? Yes, absolutely. But you still have the choice. No one's forcing you to do anything. So if you're a better baby mama or a better baby daddy, really take some time to do some self-reflection. Have I been lagging this whole time? I'm gonna be so pissed. Okay. So if you're a bitter baby mama or a bitter baby daddy, take some time to do some self-reflection. See what you're doing in the wrong first. And if it's nothing, then you need to address the situation of the baby mama or baby daddy that you're having issues with and think, are they here because they love their kid? Are they trying their best even though they're a piece of shit? Are they going to be in and out of my child's life? Is my child going to be better off without them? Am I holding on because I want to be with this person or because I can't let go or because I'm being petty or selfish and don't want to see them with someone? Like, you have to look at the child. And if you're going to hate on your baby daddy, own up to the fact that you laid in bed with him. Because at the end of the day, it takes two people to make a baby. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's gonna wrap this episode up, guys. It's been really fucking weird here without Savannah. But she'll be back next week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment those baby mama or baby daddy stories.